Oh, I think I know you. The one who switched. They got engaged, and then
Yeah,
she.
she
Okay, I
went.
did not like her one bit.
I did not like her either. I don't not like Lydia yet.
Hmm.
But they feel like that's they are the same character of the hyper energetic
Yeah,
and which I'm not a fan of in general, but I was
yeah.
starting off not liking Lydia because of that energy she was giving off until
Hmm.
until she said that this is how he reacts and this is,
Yeah,
going to be learning from this. I thought that was very sound.
yeah. No, she definitely has a head on her shoulders. She's definitely very smart, and I'm still not sure what I feel about her. But I feel like she's that kind of person that when they walk into a room, you know they're gonna make things about them.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
know. There's something about her that just feels so dramatic. And it's probably because she's South American, because they like their drama.
They do. It's a stereotypical, but
I know. I'm sorry to say this, but because I grew up with watching Argentinian telenovelas, and I was all like, I'm like, this is so dramatic. This can't be real life. And then I've met South Americans in real life, and I heard their stories with their families and their friends and their significant others, and I'm like, yep, it's basically their real life. So, but I digress. Um, I don't know. I'm like, there was one thing that she said, like she was going on, she was like, there was one scene where she was crying and she was like, I'm just craving for someone to love me already. I'm desperate for someone to love me. And I'm like, I get it. We all want someone to love us. But the way she said it felt so
dramatic.
dramatic and victimized and like I need love and I'm not trying to mock her in any way, but like I feel like get
Yeah.
over yourself. Like, oh, I hate that. I hate it when people like tie their worth to finding love, or they're like so desperate for it that it makes them go crazy. I don't know. I feel like,
I
really?
I agree, and obviously I agree. What I my this is my analysis slash prediction. So she got her heart broken by Izzy. That
Yeah.
it's funny how this type of guy will do that to women. I mean, and whatever. I think she's going to get
Oh,
married with Milton as a second choice, and that's not going to work out. Do you remember that really
yeah.
religious blonde woman who married a younger guy and that didn't work out?
Maybe in Love
In,
Is Blind.
yeah, previous season where she really liked this one guy who ended up marrying Natalie, the Asian woman.
I can't remember.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think that she's gonna end up with her. She's so desperate for marriage that she's gonna end up with her second choice, and then she's gonna see Izzy, and it's
Yeah.
gonna create drama. But she was with her after Izzy had ended things with her, which, by the way, he did in such an elegant way of just like
Yeah.
he it was tough to watch, but he did it in a listen. I have a stronger connections. When she told him that he was her number one, he didn't react. He was very very elegant about it. Very, it must have been tough to handle. So I mean,
Yeah.
that was a good job. And then she went on her date with Milton, where so they're obviously he really likes her, and so they're gonna end up
Yeah. He's
together.
goo goo gaga go for her.
He is. But then she started crying and talking about vulnerability, and that's when I found her most vulnerable and real.
Yeah.
Where I was like, you should have been doing this with Izzy and every other guy of just not crying, but just not pretending that you're this hyper Latina woman and blah blah blah, and we are blah.
Yeah.
And not that I don't know her in real life if she's always like that and things like that, but it does put up this facade of you can't get to me and I'm so strong and etc when we're not, none of us are particularly strong in the emotions category. we all want to, you know, be vulnerable and find love, and it's tough for everyone. And I think that
Yeah.
she didn't do that with Izzy, and she did do that with Milton in the later date. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they had I felt at first that Milton and Izzy had an immediate, well, he at least had a very immediate connection with her. And a lot of time, like I was like, at first I was like, maybe, but then I was like, no, usually when it's like that, it doesn't work out in the end. And
yeah,
I don't know, I feel like they just have a lot of common ground because I feel like their field of work and study is the same. So it's like they have that common ground. And then I thought she would end up with Izzy. Wow, a lot happened in one episode. Um,
I agree.
and but then I kind of didn't because I really like Izzy,
Yeah,
and although I'm not sure if I should spoil this for you that something happens in the second episode which just kind of annoys me, but
is it with Johnny?
yeah. I don't know because but I really like him and I didn't want like I kind of didn't want him to end up with her, but then I didn't like him with Johnny either. I don't know. I felt like Johnny and Chris should have been together kind of, but
They don't end up.
oh, I don't know yet. We don't know yet. But oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to ruin it for you, but
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll put a spoiler alert at the beginning. Um,
yeah. Well,
oh
I
my
mean, by
gosh.
now probably people are gonna have watched most of it, but I feel like because there's like sort of that triangle where Johnny wants Izzy and maybe Chris, but Chris wants her, and Izzy isn't sure about anyone. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I Izzy is that Izzy. I'm unsure about. I like him as well, but he's got that charisma. All of the girls have a thing for him. Well, a lot of the girls have a thing for him.
Yeah,
And he talks about
it's true.
some girls think that I'm gross because I'm bald, and I'm like, dude, you know you're good looking. You just stop it. You know
Yeah, he's also a charmer, but
he is, and so he's the kind of one where
well,
I'm just hesitant as to why is he here, because he is
yeah.
such a charmer and he's good looking. Okay, fine, some women won't like
Mm,
bald guys, but he's good looking.
yeah. Yeah, but I feel like he's a charm because I know charmers in real life and they're like sort of they know they're charmers and they use it to their advantage and they date a bunch of girls and they get whoever they want. And yes, he's a charmer, but I feel like he's not that kind of charmer. I feel like he's not really it just
Mm,
the reason why he's so captivating is because it comes naturally to him and he's not even realizing it. And something in the way that and you'll see this in episode 2, but something in the way that he reacts to Johnny makes me feel like something is going on under the surface. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something there that is holding him back. There's something going on, and I'm not sure what. But I wanted to say this also before, and I completely forgot. But I feel like one of the reasons also why it didn't work out with Lydia is because he's so calm, cool, and collected that I feel like he got a bit overwhelmed by her drama. I feel like
oh yeah.
he's very drama free and something about her coming in and straight away going like hola mi amor and being all like kind of like whatever. It's like no,
Yep.
that's yeah.
Yep, 100%. I completely agree with that analysis. Um, we'll see with Izzy. So, and I have it kind of popped up into my head because I'm scrolling through the different candidates, and Miriam
Yeah.
popped up.
Oh, I can't remember her. Who is she?
So she said that she was a scientist, and then the guy, I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember who she was on a date with, but she was like, "Oh, I'm a scientist," and he was like, "Oh, so you do this?" And she was like, "No." It felt so shady, like that her whole thing of I live in the Middle East, but actually I'm back
Oh, I
to
remember
Houston.
her.
She was saying I'm going to move back to Houston in a couple of weeks. Oh, okay. So where are you
Yeah.
moving? Well, actually, I've moved back. It's like this is weird. Why are you?
Well, she was going something about a skincare. She's like, I have a skincare thing and I'm not and I can't say what it is. And it's like,
It's like it felt really strange. So
Yeah. Maybe she's like the drama of the season.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
yeah,
Something about her.
weird. Um, but yeah, she was weird.
Yeah, I can't
Looking
remember
up,
much of the other people. I mean, there's JP and Taylor who are like, okay, we know we're gonna end up
yeah,
together,
exactly. I was
or at
just gonna
least at
say that.
first. Like, there's the few obvious ones that get out of the pods very quickly, and
Yeah, I agree. Taylor and JP, they're gonna be like that season one couple of the black girl and the scientist, um, where they're gonna end up together and still be together. Like you can tell that
yeah,
that's such a um
they're
pure
there for love.
they are.
Oh my God, they're so there for love, and they're so authentic, and they're so sweet, and it's just like sickeningly adorable.
I agree. I'm looking at like there from episode one, there are so many episodes, so many guys and girls that I just haven't even seen.
Yeah. What did you think of Casey? Do you remember Casey? She was also biting for Izzy's attention.
No, I don't remember her. So Izzy is number one,
Maybe that's the answer.
maybe. Oh, is she the blonde one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if she's, I'm not, if I'm, so Lydia, Jesus. Oh, Jared, Taylor, Erica,
It's really hard to tell from
Stacey.
the first episode. There's so many people going on, and it's like that's the most difficult part I have every time I watch it. It's like it's hard for me to keep track of everyone. And I'm like, oh my God, my head is so overwhelmed right now. So I'm like, I usually just focus on a few that catch my eye and stick to them. And it's usually the rest that just get filtered out anyway out of the
Yeah.
show.
They're good at doing it. So did you say Casey or Stacy?
Oh, there were both of them?
Well,
Or
because
did I get it wrong?
I don't
There's
know.
Stacy. It might be Stacy. She was blonde and she was going for Izzy as well. And I'm not sure if I like her or not. I feel like she's a
Yeah,
bit
there
annoying.
isn't a Casey. There's only a Stacy. So you probably.
Okay, so yeah, I meant
I'm gonna
Stacy. You
I'm gonna
see?
try and make you see her on the camera.
Yeah, I think that's her. Yeah, yeah.
I think I don't really like her. Um, I think that she's the type of woman who has the traditional Western good looks. So she's probably
Yeah,
used to men fawning all over her, and okay, this is my hot take. I think that she's used to men
yeah,
fawning all over her, so she's usually got the choice of the litter where she can just have anyone, and she usually goes for the wrong guy because she'll go for looks. But because she's so used to men coming up to her, she didn't. This is gonna be really harsh. She didn't have to build a strong personality. So when
yeah,
she's against all of these other strong personalities, because you've either got the Lydias that have strong personalities, or the Johnnies and the things like that that have very soft,